In this video, I will show you how to make money with your Roblox games. With my Tycoon as an example, I will show you how I used calculus to keep my game engaging, what game passes I sold, and reveal how much money I made. I actually began making this game to test a theory. I wondered if the time between buying an upgrade got shorter after a player buys more upgrades, if it would make the players stay on the game longer. Ultimately, I wanted to know if decreasing the time between upgrades over time increased engagement, which sounds a lot like I need calculus. I first thought of this relationship before I knew about derivatives and integrals. I looked for the relationship between money per second, which was the slope of this graph. After taking calculus my junior year, however, I realized I was asking for the derivative of money per second. I was close to rediscovering calculus in the pursuit of a Roblox game. So when I got back to making the game, I wanted to make a function to determine the price of each upgrade, so the more you played, the faster you could buy upgrades. I prototyped some arbitrary functions for the price at a given button number and used the relationship I developed that the worth of a button's drop is equal to the price of the next button divided by the time it takes to get to the next button, minus the total money per second. That formula was very complicated to derive, but lucky for the player, it all works in the background. Looking at how many people completed the game, this theory turns out to be somewhat accurate. The Tycoon doesn't have a theme or any other activity to keep the player engaged, so buying droppers themselves kept players active. If you make a game, I suggest making something with more things to do to make the experience a little more fun. Now that we have people playing the game, I built these 6 game passes at varying prices. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Here's the revenue from the game. Unfortunately, this data is a bit misleading because these spikes were actually payments for freelance work. While I was building the game, I was also active on the developer forum, where I applied to a few smaller jobs to get money to pay for advertising the game. However, these small freelance jobs actually made more money than the game itself. It turns out actually learning the programming language and monetization strategies can pay off more than making a successful game. Of course, there are multiple variables that go into making a lucrative game on Roblox. However, looking at the conversion rates from US dollars to Robux paints a different story. If you wanted to buy 100,000 Robux, you would have to pay $1,000. However, if your game made $100,000 and you wanted to cash out, Roblox would only give you $350. In addition, Lua, Roblox's programming language of choice, isn't very common, although you do learn the programming paradigms that you can apply to other languages. It's unlikely that you will see Lua in another setting. Although I did enjoy making the game, small developers on Roblox generally don't make that much. In the future, I'm gonna stick with Unity, but if you wanna make a Roblox game, go for it. You shouldn't let anybody tell you not to do something fun and productive. And even though monetization might not make that much money, for me at least, it wasn't about monetization. Rather, it was about creating something with code. And if you want more control over your game, there are plenty of other game engines that are just as helpful for making your vision a reality. So if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe, and if you're making a game, let me know in the comments down below. I'm really interested in what you guys have to say. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.